Yes, thank you, Michael Slater. I want to talk about David Warner because Australia are 2-1 up in the series and we haven't seen the best of David Warner so far.
Yeah, look, he probably hasn't scored as many runs as he or the Australian team would like. He's a wonderful player, there's no doubt about it, in all three formats. But his form in the one-day format, as we can see there, hasn't been as consistent as David Warner's used to, and as we as viewers are used to as well.
Yeah, if you look at what happened in the New Zealand series, the Chappell Hadley 24, and then those 200s, 119 and 156 against Pakistan, 7, 16, 35. But I want to talk about how they've bowled to David Warner, because they've definitely bowled a much tighter line. And if we look at the first piece of footage, this is a ball that we've isolated. They've bowled to David Warner, but bowled a lot tighter line. And if I freeze it, maybe a little bit further on from there, you can see there that ball's in at the stumps, and David Warner stays fairly side on, whereas most left-handed batsmen, say someone like Khawaja, they'll tend to open up and play that ball to the leg side, not so David Warner.
Yeah, two things there. Firstly, I think Pakistan bowlers deserve a lot of credit. The left-arm bowlers are swinging the ball away from David Warner. So even in that delivery, you can see as much as David Warner wants to take it to the leg side, because of the swing of the ball, he can't do that. He does prefer to stay leg side of the ball and score on the offside. But what David Warner needs to be very careful of is somehow playing for too much swing.
Yeah.
And then the one that goes straight, that's the one you miss. The other thing about David Warner's dismissal so far in this series is I think Pakistan have a plan to bowl straight to him, keep it straight, keep it straight, keep it straight, and then occasionally throw that one wider. So his feet are going to the straight ball position, and then the wider one, he throws his hands out rather than takes his foot to the line of the ball.
Well, if we have a look at the Brisbane dismissal, was the straight one you talked about, and you look at the way David Warner plays this, it's a ball angled in at the stumps, it pitches about mid the leg. He's trying to whip it with no footwork. As I said, Khawaja's probably across in front of the stumps here and works the ball nicely to leg side.
Yeah.
Warner, because he likes to hit the ball, and as you say, stay leg side of the ball, that then swings away, squares him right up, and that ball hits the top of middle and leg.
Yeah, again, good bowling because it does straighten off the pitch, so it does come away from Warner a little bit as he tries to take it leg side. But it's because of his technique and his power is through the offside. He is staying that leg side of the ball, and that's his downfall with that dismissal. But the other side, when he gets in, David Warner is so destructible that it doesn't matter where you bowl, you can't stop him.
Well, if you can upset his footwork, he'll still hit you occasionally through the offside, but you can get him out because he starts to try and run the ball. The other two dismissals we've seen from the MCG in Perth is not the David Warner we know.
Yeah.
Generally, he's trying to hit that ball much harder and hit boundaries. These ones, he's really just trying to run down to third man.
And not much foot movement. That's the other thing. Because they've been so disciplined to bowl quite straight, doesn't have to move his feet to play the straight ball. The wider one, though, you can see in those two dismissals, he doesn't move his feet, but he would like to. That's what David Warner will be thinking about today. He'll be saying, right, I've just got to play the ball on its merits. If it's straight, I play it straight. If I get width, I've just got to go back and across or forward and across, get myself a little bit closer to the line of the ball.
Yeah, and keep an eye out for David Warner. As I said, he's missed out so far in this series, but he loves batting here at his home ground, the SCG.
Agreed.
Averages over 50 here, as does Steve Smith.